Hello and welcome back to the Beerly Football Podcast. It's about football, Beerly. I'm your host, Zachary Smith. Joined me as always is Trevor Scott and Carrie Dempsey. Today we're going to be talking about the NFC North. We're going to be talking Vikings, Bears, Packers, and of course, this podcast's favorite, the Lions. Started off. How we doing tonight, boys?
I'm doing good, man. I'm feeling a little twisted tonight, but I got something that's gonna help me out with that. So,
what do you got that's gonna help you out with that, Trevor?
I got a twisted tea. It's my least favorite kind. It's what I'm drinking tonight. I know it's not a beer, but it's not really the NFL season, so maybe I'm taking a week off. But my least favorite kind is the original. If you got to drink one, drink the half and half. But this will sure do the job.
Alrighty.
Wait, do you like the 4th of July one better than the original? Or the Rocket Pop, whatever it's called?
That's like the Holocaust or slavery. Like, you know.
Alrighty. Carrie, how are you doing tonight?
I'm good. You know, this is the second time we've recorded this episode after last week. So maybe it'll be better this time. I had a great beer last week. Zach ruined my life, got rid of it. This week I have I can't even read it. Like, it's this Whole Wild maybe or something. I just know their slogan says "Trust the Pig." It is a kettle sour India Pale Ale with mango and guava, 7%. It is not very good, but it's pretty strong. So that's something. But interesting can.
Yeah, interesting. I've had a rough week. I'm going to be honest. I had a computer malfunction during last week's episode. We ended up losing about 90% of the episode. So we're here re-recording it tonight. Gonna have a great time. I myself had a great beer last week as well. I'm gonna put it up on screen right next to me just so I can give them some credit. It's a really good porter out of Iceland. And to punish myself for my computer's mistakes, I'm having my least favorite beer,
Dirty Dog.
is a Mick Ultra.
Wait, that's your least favorite?
Yeah, it's water. It's fizzy
They're
water.
good.
I hate Ultra.
It's a good beer. It's not a great beer, but it's a good beer.
It's fizzy water. We can be honest about it.
Miller Lite. Miller Lite's really bad for me.
Everything's pretty good for you.
So we have two guests coming on this week. I want to thank both of them before they get on here for agreeing to come back on after the malfunction last week. But before we have our first guest on, because I don't believe it's time for him to show up yet, how do you guys, what's your feeling about the NFC North? Obviously, Rodgers gone, the king in the North no longer there. So what happens to the NFC North? We had a good Vikings run last year, but looks like things are shifting up a little bit. What do you think, Kerry?
Do you know who the king of the North is? Jared Goff, Dan Campbell, and the Lions, baby. It's time, baby. The Lions are here. Every year they disappoint. I think they have the longest stretch in the NFL without a playoff win. This is their year. Lions playoff babies. Maybe they'll disappoint us as they usually do, but this is a team. I like this team. They're going far. Lions taking the division. Watch out, rest of the NFL. The Lions are here.
Rest of the NFL?
Yeah. Hey, don't call me crazy, but I can see the Lions beating the Chiefs opening night, week 1. Call me crazy. I can see it.
That's not the craziest thing you said.
We saw that Jared Goff beat Mahomes in that 54-51 game, whatever, a couple years ago. It could happen.
What do you think, Trevor? Just some opening thoughts about the NFC North.
I think the Bears will still come in last place. That's just like the easiest part of this for me. The other three is kind of a toss-up. I think it would be safest to just give it to Minnesota again, just because, you know, the Lions had the same hype last year, and like they still found a way to underperform. But
they didn't have hype last year.
Yes, they did, bro. Come on.
They did not have hype last year.
We can go back,
That's a ridiculous
take. They had Aaron Rodgers, but no. They had hype.
We were hyping the Lions because it's me and Zach. We love the Lions.
And we love Dan Campbell, but yeah.
National media loves the Lions now. Nobody loved them before.
Okay, well, I would love to be proven wrong, but I think Lions are going to Lion. I'll still give it to the Vikings just because I feel like they're the safest option. But if Jordan Love is good, which I don't think he is, Packers got the best defense in the division. I mean, But the most complete team on paper might be the Lions.
I agree
Or
with
the
that.
Vikings.
Yeah.
But the Bears coming in last.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, if Jordan Love works out and those young receivers start to develop with that defense and running game, they can beat. You never know with the Packers. Never roll them out.
I need another drink.
Good job. Zach, what do you think?
Well, I think I'm kind of leaning toward Carey. I think, like Trevor said, I think the most complete team on paper is the Lions. Minnesota was one of the worst defenses in the league last year, and they got even worse this year. So it's going to be interesting to see how that ends up playing out. Obviously, they still got a lot of weapons on offense. I think it was Thielen's time to go. He was starting to drop off considerably. He's getting late in his career. And despite what he may think, there's no shot that team in Carolina is winning that division. That's where he went to, right? Carolina?
There's a shot.
No. He's not winning that division. They're not winning the Super Bowl.
How bad that division is? No, they're not winning the Super Bowl.
No.
That's a bad division.
No.
Bro, if the Panthers finish higher than the Saints, something really weird happened.
The Saints are not good. Like, they're just old.
Yeah, that's true. But I think right now I'm gonna give the edge. I'm gonna give the edge to the Lions in a close race with Minnesota. I think that at the end of the day, Minnesota did it last year. They went 13-3. Now they did win a couple of close games that could have gone either way, but at the end of the day, you can't say like, oh, they only won by this many points. Well, they won. So
Cook.
what are you going to do? But
Let the
now their
back,
defense
buddy.
is worse. Does that change some of those, one-score game wins now that the defense is considerably worse than it was last year, and it was already bad last year? So we're going to see how that plays out. But
I've heard enough of this defense is gone. They just got rid of a bunch of old guys. Kendricks, Patterson. They got a lot younger. The veterans are gone, yes, but sometimes younger is better. And this defense can't get much worse anyways. It was pretty bad.
What do you mean by that?
What?
Sometimes younger is better.
What, you want a bunch of old guys? I don't know why they still have Harrison Smith at this point. They got
Kerry wants a bunch of young guys.
young guys. Way to go, bro.
Yo, I saw Harrison Smith. I don't remember anything that was on the graphic, but I remember it was kind of surprising. So when you get some free time, look up the stats and accolades for the careers of Harrison Smith and Troy Polamalu side by side. They're like
I did see that. They're pretty
uncomfortably similar.
I do think Harrison Smith has always been underrated just because he's in Minnesota. Nobody really cares about the Vikings.
Yeah, that's why he's underrated.
It's because he doesn't have a beautiful head of hair. That's why.
Eric Weddle or Harrison Smith?
I don't care, dude. I don't know. You should have asked.
I think Prime Weddle is better than Prime Smith.
Weddle's kept getting hurt.
Yeah.
But, all right. I want to hear your rank them 1 through 4. After this upcoming season, where do you think the 4 starting quarterbacks will be ranked at?
After this upcoming season?
After the season.
I'm going to put at 4. I think it's pretty easy to put him there because we don't know what he's going to look like. It could be the worst thing you've ever seen in your entire life. I'm going to put Love at 4.
I didn't know if you were talking about Love or Fields for that.
I wasn't sure.
I'm going to put Fields at 3 because right now the consistency's just not there. We haven't seen him be able to throw from the pocket. Have they improved on their offensive side of the ball? Absolutely. He's going to be a little bit better protected this year. But is he able to make those throws inside the pocket? Is he going to be able to do it late game? That's what we don't know about him. He's obviously a very gifted quarterback athletically, but we just haven't seen that other side of him. At 3, I'm putting Kirk Cousins. He kind of dropped off a little bit last year statistically, although his team performed better overall. I don't think it's crazy to say that he's a pretty good quarterback in the NFL. I don't think he has ever been or will ever be like the guy that can put a team on his back, but as a game manager, he's very, very good. And I'm going to say the same thing with Jared Goff at 1. I think he's got the most talent around him, despite...
Wait, did you say Cousins at 3 and then Goff at 1?
Cousins at 2, Fields at 3. Pay attention.
At 3.
I'm cooking right now.
Trevor, did you not say 3 for Cousins? Or am I?
We're all drunk, man. I don't know.
I said 3 Fields, Cousins 2, Goff 1, and I'm putting Goff at 1 because Carey's frozen.
With a really sarcastic look on his
I
face.
know.
Really
I hate
healthy
this guy. He always does this.
really healthy smirk.
But I'm putting Cousins at 2, Goff at 1 because I think he has a more talented offensive roster, a more deep offensive roster beyond like the number 1 playmaker on the team. Obviously, no wide receiver on the Lions is as good as Justin Jefferson. However, they have guys behind their number 1. They have a number 2, number 3 that are pretty good, and as well they have a better run game. He's back.
Back.
It's thunderstorm outside. Power may go out. Who knows? We'll see. It's fun. It's great.
Summertime in Florida is rough, dude.
I know it rains every damn day here. But Trevor, you want to go or me?
Yeah, let me tell you something. At the end of the regular season, after week 17, Justin Fields is going to be the best quarterback in the North, and nobody's going to have a word to say about it. You're not even going to be able to argue it.
Okay.
I said that last week.
I was just saying that for a clip so I could put it on Twitter.
He'd be great or terrible.
I'll say probably Jared Goff is like a safe number 1. I think Kirk Cousins is like 35 now, right?
30. I don't think he's 35. Maybe 34, 33.
Well,
He might be 35.
We think he's all peaked. We've seen the peak of Kirk Cousins.
I don't think Kirk Cousins peaked really hard enough for us to notice. Like, what do you mean? Peak Kirk Cousins, bro? What are we talking about?
Peak Kirk Cousins, like 2 years ago, put up pretty good numbers.
I guess.
He's 34. But he will be 35 before the NFL season starts.
2021, he had 4,200 yards, 33 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Do we think he's ever going to get near that again? Last year he had more yards, but he had 7 more interceptions and 4 less touchdowns.
Who do they got? Jefferson, Madison, who else?
What's his name?
Addison?
Madison and the other guy that randomly went off.
Oh, that
KJ Osborne?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a decent trio.
It's not
I think
bad.
Addison was good.
Maybe, because it still seems like Kirk Cousins has like the young quarterback game.
And he does have arguably top 5 tight end TJ Hawkinson too.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm ready to watch some Kyle Pitts, man. He hasn't done anything in a while.
Is this finally the year?
It will always be the year, Gary. I don't think you understand that.
It's always the year until it's the year. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
But I think Goff is the safest to put at number 1. Actually, I'll just put Kirk Cousins at number 1, whatever. Jared Goff at number 2, Justin Fields at number 3, and Jordan Love at number 4.
All right, Kerry.
I'm actually going to completely agree with Trevor for rare.
Wow.
With Trevor? You're going to agree with Trevor?
Ready?
Jordan Love, we just don't know. He could be good. I feel like he'll be okay. I don't think he's going to be great. I don't think he's going to be awful. But just for the unknown, I'm putting him at 4. Justin Fields, I could see a scenario where he's a top 10 quarterback next year if he works with his weapons, figures out how to throw. I could see it. I could also see him being absolutely awful and not throwing the ball again and then moving on the year after. So I just have no idea with Justin Fields. Will we see the improvement that people keep hyping up this offseason, or will we just see him running 40 times a game? He's a great fantasy quarterback. Will he be a good actual quarterback? Who
knows? Who knows?
He's a 3. Kirk, I think he's peaked. I think he's get it. He'll put up big numbers, Justin Jefferson, but he's not going to wow you any day. And he's probably going to choke in big games. That's just who he is. Number 1, Jared Goff. He's probably, I call him an elite game manager. Probably his peak.
He's probably as good at Tom Brady at game management.
Barry didn't agree with me.
I don't know about that.
He agreed with me. I know, that was weird. He said, I completely agree with Trevor, and then he said my list.
I thought you said Goff at 1.
I said Kirk at 1.
Oh.
I did say Goff at 1, but I took it back. If we get 2 straight years of like good Jared Goff, that's kind of weird. We'll start questioning things.
I don't trust Goff against like really good defenses or in like bad weather. as much. I think he's a great O-line, great weapons. Like, he's in a system to succeed. But, like, I don't know.
Is this the most like mid-off quarterback division or no?
The NFC South
Yeah.
or AFC South either.
What? Trevor Lawrence is in the AFC South. What are we talking about here?
And after that,
Who cares
Zach.
after that? It's not a mid-off.
Zach, when season gets a little bit closer, because I just don't want to start a new rivalry or bring something up while there's no football being played. But me and you are going to have some fun with Trevor Lawrence this year. I want to let you know that.
Okay.
So you better be ready to pull his hair and pull yours out.
Okay.
all right. Should we start with the Bears while we wait for our Vikings guests to show up?
Yeah, makes sense to me.
I feel like nobody really cares about the Bears, so why not?
Duh,
Here's the opportunity
Bears.
to
Chicago
compete.
Bears.
Sorry, Bears fans. I feel like
This needs-
this team is all about Justin Fields. Like, whether this team is a success or not this year, the only thing that matters is Justin Fields can develop. Do they need to get another quarterback?
Yeah.
Because pretty much all matters at the end of the day.
Yeah, I agree. We need to see if Justin Fields can. I mean, this is definitely a prove it year for Fields. I think that.
100%.
Yeah, he hasn't. I mean, he's shown flashes. Obviously, he's an extremely athletic guy, and he's shown flashes of brilliance. But that's all it's been is flashes. You know, can we get that guy on a relatively consistent basis? And the answer right now is we don't know. He's above Love simply because he has those flashes. But he also has flashes where he looks like Nathan Peterman. So
No Nathan Peterman slander on the podcast.
I will
tonight.
slander Nathan Peterman till the day I die.
The Bears are the greatest backup quarterbacks of all time I've ever seen on a roster. Mr. P.J. Walker threw for like 7 yards in 3 quarters.
I think it was 16.
Something like that. And Nathan Peterman. I don't.
How is he still a backup in the NFL?
Is there a better backup quarterback room than Nathan Peterman, P.J. Walker? Seriously? Anywhere?
Everywhere. I would take Tampa's backup quarterback room.
Nice. Kyle
Barely,
Trask, baby.
but
He has a noodle on him, bro. He's one player I couldn't wait to get rid of UF so I could stop being a fan of his.
The complaint for the Bears for years has been, no skill players, no talent. But I feel like finally this year they got him stuff. DJ Moore, obviously the big deal. Finally gets some wide receiver target. Donta Foreman should be a decent RB1. But you know what? I liked Darnell Mooney last year. I liked him as a wide receiver too.
Like him a little too much.
I like Chase Claypool as wide receiver 3. There was a stat I saw. It was like the Bears record with Chase Claypool and the Steelers record with Chase Claypool were both like combined to go like 2-15 last year.
You know who they compared him to on draft night? Calvin Johnson.
It's pretty close.
Well, so here's the thing about Claypool. I saw a report out of Chicago the other day where it seems like he's a really talented wide receiver. Apparently, he's just not putting in the work. He's not spending time at the facility. He's not spending time with the quarterback running routes. He's not learning the playbook. And when you're a really talented guy but you don't know any of the plays, it's really tough to get you in the game and get you performing at a high level.
He got his money and started spending it. That was like, it's kind of similar to Jared Sullinger when he got to the NBA and just used all his money on Cheetos and got real fat. It's like these guys get a bunch of money and stop practicing.
Yeah.
But they spent a ton of money this offseason. They also brought in some guys in their defense.
It's about time, bro.
What?
It's about time they start spending money.
I know.
I've heard the U.S.
TJ
dollar is going down the toilet, man.
This is an economics podcast.
You better pay Stephon Diggs while you can, bro.
Do we think this offense core is like good enough? Could this team make the playoffs? Justin Fields actually shows up.
I don't know. Again, like you said, Kerry, it all depends on what Fields is this year. If he's the same guy we saw last year, I don't think it matters about their offensive core or how they've improved their defense. If they're not putting points up, who cares? You know what I mean? And they're playing in a division with a couple really good offenses in Detroit and Minnesota. Sorry. I
Amazing.
saw Kerry point at Trevor's shotgunning a twisted tea, and it threw me for a loop.
This is Twisted Tea Sports.
Dude, oh my goodness. If they sponsored us and like the only thing was like, we'll just give you like 4 per episode to drink, dude.
That'd be great.
Grind me up.
Trevor got me on it, man.
Oh,
Great.
Gary, this kind of reminds me. Didn't you want to tell a story about a beer can?
Oh, I did. I forgot to do
Oh,
this last week. That's the perfect time. So as you know, I try a bunch of beers on this podcast. And after I have them, I keep them, save them, put them in my fridge. So I'm moving, actually. And one of my cans was pushed in. So I'm like, oh, me being the smart guy that I am, I'm going to put my finger in the can and push it out. So
Kerry
obviously,
thinks the decision to all of it, the solutions to all his problems is stick his finger in it. In life, bro.
So obviously, finger just stuck in there, blood going everywhere. My whole kitchen's covered in blood. Had to spend 45 minutes with scissors cutting it out till I finally got it out. Blood everywhere. I had like this giant hole in my finger. It was a great day. And then kept bleeding for hours after. Me and Trevor went to a baseball game the next day. We were just sitting, and then randomly my wound just started spurting everywhere at this baseball game.
Don't make me throw up, bro. He bled on my peanuts.
On his peanuts.
Both of them?
Kids listening out there, don't put your fingers in beer cans. Not a great idea, kids.
Yeah, it's
Don't try this at
You're
home.
a very special individual, Kerry, and that's why we love you here at the Beerly Football Podcast.
That's why I belong to the Beerly Podcast.
So, Trevor, what do you think about the Bears this year?
He thinks a lot.
I think they did get better. They spent a lot of money, but I think it's just going to be like very similar to last year. I think they still got the worst roster in the division. The Packers could be the worst, but I think that like everything else besides quarterback is just like better than the Bears pretty much, minus wide receivers. But I don't know, the Bears just nothing really jumps off the screen at me. Like unless Fields takes that big jump and like he's more patient now, he's better at reading when he's running, whatever. DJ Moore's gonna help. Darnell Mooney, basically full. It's gonna be all right. Hopefully he threw a lot of balls this offseason, but it's just the Bears, bro.
I still like Cole Kmet. He's an underrated tight end. Who do you guys, if you had to pick one in fantasy, which running back are you taking for them? Khalil Herbert or Donta Foreman? If you had to pick one.
If I had to pick one, I'm probably going Khalil Herbert.
I would go Foreman. I think it's safer, but I think if Foreman...
Trevor does not like the name Herbert.
Foreman ever got hurt or something, I think the best Herbert in the NFL would do his thing. There's a gecko in my room.
Seems normal. Final record predictions?
I'm gonna go Bears.
5-12.
Going 5-12. Wow. I was gonna go 6-11.
I forget what I said last week. I think 5-12 is fine, but if Fields blows up, I can see this team winning like maybe 9 games, somewhere in that range.
Yeah, but I mean that's counting on something we haven't seen. So I mean, if it does happen, fantastic, great for him, great for the Bears. But I still don't think that takes the division. They might sneak in a wild card spot at 9 wins, but probably not.
Do you think will Justin Fields be the first Bear quarterback to ever hit 4,000 yards or 30 passing touchdowns?
Not this year.
Ever?
Maybe.
Guy.
Maybe.
I mean,
I never say never. Justin Bieber taught me that.
If this team
Justin Fields, wait, let me ask you guys something. Start, bench, cut. Justin Fields, Justin Herbert, Justin Bieber.
I'm gonna start Herbert, bench Fields, cut Bieber.
Come on.
I'm agreeing with Zach once again.
You're cutting Bieber?
Yeah.
Who made Love Yourself?
He's been relevant in like 10 years.
Times. Who made Love Yourself? You're cutting him?
I have no idea what that song is. The last one I heard was like Baby.
All right,
that was like 2008.
40 years ago.
How long ago was it? That was
That was a long time ago.
2008 was 15 years ago. Jesus Christ.
Time flies when you're a little guy.
Check.
All right. Since I don't know where our Vikings guy is. Maybe he'll show up later. Let's head on to the Lions.
Bite some kneecaps off, drink a pot of coffee.
Gary, let me ask you something, because you spend a lot of time on NFL Twitter.
I do.
Has the Lions fan base been a little louder this offseason? I feel like that's a fan base I've never seen. Do they even have Twitter out there?
Is there a Lions fan base?
It exists right here on this podcast. It's
I'm not a
Gary and
Lions fan
Zach.
anymore, bro.
Do you ever see many Jared Goff stan accounts? I mean, there's few.
There's got to be some out there. I mean, there's a Jameis Stan account that's pretty popular. So.
Yeah, but people love Jameis in college, bro. You remember Jason Platt?
Yeah.
Exactly, bro. That man loved Jameis Winston, bro.
Well, he's a Knowles fan. He had to love Jameis.
True.
Well, let's look at this Lions offense.
Okay.
Where's the weakness here? Jared Goff, would we all agree he's close to top 10 if somewhere in that conversation?
Yes.
10, maybe 12,
I would.
13 at worst, Trevor?
Last year he was.
But somewhere there heading into this season, he's around there.
I think he's in my top 10. I actually wrote it down.
Running back groups, we got Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery. That's pretty solid duo.
Bro.
I think we'd all agree that's an upgrade over Swift and Williams.
Yeah.
Receiver, obviously Jamison Williams suspended a bit, but Amon-Ra St. Brown, top 10 receiver. Marvin Jones Jr. Josh
solid
Reynolds.
number 2.
And once Williams comes back, that's a solid trio.
Yeah.
For gambling, Jameson Williams?
Yeah, 6 games, I think. Tight end's a little more iffy. Brock Wright did have a quiet good games at the end of last year, but they drafted Sam Laporta second round this year. That was the only big hole on the offense. Then that line,
really big holes. I heard Sam Laporta some people regarded him as the best tight end in the draft.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't know, just some white people with
Guys.
authority.
But then they probably have the best. They
best.
probably have a top 3 line in the NFL. This offense is going to score points.
Yeah. Without a doubt.
And then you look at what was their big weakness last year? Defense?
Yeah.
It even sucked. Their running defense, bro. You remember that one time we played Madden?
Yeah.
Oh, that was the most annoying thing ever.
But all right, their defense wasn't great. Aiden Hutchinson had an impressive rookie year. He's back for year 2, gonna be better. Then they brought in obviously Cameron Sutton, CJ Gardner-Johnson in the secondary, drafted Jack Campbell. This defense it's not great by any means, but it's starting to not become a huge issue anymore.
It can't be great everywhere, bro. I mean,
with how bad this division is, this defense is not going to get destroyed out there.
Yeah. Unless you'd like to think they wouldn't, but...
What not to love about this Lions team, man?
can I ask you guys something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because I'm 4 Twisted Teas deep and I kind of want to get emotional.
Sure.
Carrie, are you a bigger Patriots fan or football fan? And Zach, are you a bigger Jags fan or football fan?
Oof. I'm going to say, honestly, probably a bigger football fan.
Okay.
I'd agree with Zach. Football. I got enough winning in my life, so I don't really care anymore. No, I'm just here for the game. The good of the game. Trevor, we know you would not you would not.
I'm not affiliated right now. I'm not signed, bro.
Yeah, you're
Baker Mayfield and Kyle Trask. I got my ring. The Bucks are still going to be my primary team, just so I could text my dad about them every week. But to be honest, I like a lot of teams. I like the Bengals. I like the Dolphins. I like Lamar Jackson. But yeah, we can return back to the topic at hand. I just want to get emotional there for a second.
All right, I'm on to a Lederhosen. I don't know why I keep picking beers with hard-to-read things, but Lederhosen.
Lederhosen.
Straight up Germany. What else you guys think about the Lions?
Giants.
Giants.
We
Lions.
did that a couple weeks ago, Carrie.
Same thing.
What do I think about the Lions? I don't know. I honestly, I love Dan Campbell, and I love the fact that someone like him is succeeding at an NFL head coaching position. Because, I mean, I don't know if you guys watched the HBO series about their training camp last year. It's pretty intense, and he's an intense guy, and I just like him doing push-ups with the team. Like, that's just cool to me. It just kind of reminds me of, like, when I was playing...
I want to see Brian Daboll do push-ups in this game, dude.
I don't think he can get his chest to the ground.
Yeah. I don't know if that's the problem there.
But I love the fact that someone like him is succeeding at an NFL level. Because he just is so different from every other NFL coach that I can think of. Yeah. And he's funny. He's seems like a pretty good guy, and I like some of the players on that team too. And it's an exciting time. I mean, I originally wanted the Jags to draft Aiden Hutchinson. It's kind of depressing to watch him go out there, have a fantastic rookie year, and then watch Trayvon Walker kind of fade into the background. So that was a little annoying, but
I don't know, Lions. They're looking good, man.
They're looking good, and that's why I picked them to win the division.
Do we think Goff could get higher than where he is right now in the QB rankings by the end of the year?
I think it's possible, yeah.
What do you think? What do you think his peak is? Like 5?
I think his peak
probably 5 or 6.
What was his peak? What do you think? What was his peak back with the Rams? Like, I'm trying to.
I didn't like him.
Bro, he had his best season last year. Can we say that?
I agree.
Let's pull up the numbers.
The numbers don't tell the whole story, Kerry. He had his best season last year.
I think they tell the story, though. I think they tell the story.
They don't tell the story.
He made the Super Bowl.
I think they... No, okay, but what is it? Kerry, you said numbers, brother.
Numbers are bet. His last year, he had 4,400 yards, 29 touchdowns, 7 interceptions in 17 games. In 2018, he had 4,600 yards, 32 touchdowns, 12 picks in 16. So he had 200 more yards in one less game. He had 3 more touchdowns in one less game. He did have 5 more interceptions.
So it's close. It's close.
But he also had Todd Gurley, who was like dominating the run game when he was in LA.
Yeah.
Last year, bro.
Close. I miss Todd Gurley.
Me too.
Jonathan Taylor is the new Todd Gurley, is the new David Johnson, but nobody wants to hear it.
Bro, David Johnson. Everybody took that man in fantasy first overall that next year.
He was so good.
He got 36 points the whole year, bro. Terrible.
It's crazy how much running backs fall off like that.
Zach, you remember the flea flicker days, bro?
Dude, do I remember the flea flicker days. Speaking of fantasy football, coming in late August, we're going to have those fantasy football episodes coming at you really fast. But what are your guys' final record predictions for the Lions?
Oh, we did that for the Bears. I do want to say this before I give you my record prediction. I'm not super sold on this, but I'm pretty sold on this. Get Jahmyr Gibbs on your fantasy team.
Do you think it's going to be all him, or do you think it would be more a committee with... I mean, they paid
committee. That's a good RB2 to have.
They gave him Montgomery a lot of money there.
Yeah.
David Montgomery is a great RB2 to have, but I just think Jahmyr Gibbs is like... I don't think he's a running back. I think he's just a football player. Like... Seriously, just get the ball in his hands and just.
I don't know. On the depth chart, it says running back.
I forget what you
said somewhere, bro. It's like those when you're recruiting and you really it's a running back, but it's an athlete with 96 speed, so you could either put him at corner or running
like
back.
NCAA. By the way, does that game come out next year?
They keep pushing it back every year. It's crazy.
They keep tugging on my balls, man. Release it.
I'm gonna look it up right now. I just want to see.
Did you think Jahmyr Gibbs was a reach, Trevor? I can't remember.
No, because I loved him. I thought he was the best running back in the draft. But
great explanation. 10 of 10.
What do you mean? He went 13th overall, right?
Maybe something around there. I don't know exactly.
Yeah.
It's been a long
time.
No,
I liked it. He was one of my favorite players heading into the draft because I think he's just a football player, bro. He could catch too. If the Chargers would have got him. They would have got him.
What do you think's the worst?
There, they would have got him.
What's the worst case scenario for this team?
Justin Herbert winning a Super Bowl.
Like 7-8 wins?
For the Lions?
Yeah.
Bro, you're forgetting this is the Detroit Lions, bro. Every year, worst case scenario, 0 wins. John Kitna. You know what happened to his son? Child pornography.
Yeah. Let's probably avoid that.
Okay, right. We can. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what happened to his son?
Trevor's making a lot of suggestive comments tonight.
Hey,
I wonder if Goff will get an extension this year.
I think
I
he
feel like
should
that-
if he plays like he did last year or better. I think he
Like-
should.
I feel like he'll get paid pretty well.
how
And they
old
get-
is this man?
It's like
He's young.
26.
He's like
He's in
one
his
year old-
20s?
Yeah,
He's 1 year older than Holmes, I think.
He's 28?
yeah.
That's why he's so young.
Dang. All right. No, the thing was, I would have never paid Jared Goff. Fuck that. I would have acted like I would have quit my job before I paid Jared Goff a big contract. But he's 28?
Yeah.
All right. I can see it. If he has 2 straight good years, fuck it. I would pay him.
No, that's
It's the Detroit Lions. They're the Lions, bro. Who cares?
Everybody acted like he was a throw-in when they did that Stafford deal, and Goff could end up being better in Detroit than Stafford ever was. Mark my words. Jared Goff will be a better quarterback in Detroit than Matthew Stafford ever was. Quote me on that, Beerly Carey.
No.
Yes.
I
That was a
agree.
good clip. That was
That's
a good clip.
correct.
Though. Good clip, though. Good clip, though.
I actually agree with that take.
Come on. What are we talking? All the stats that Matthew. Bro, I'll let you guys know. I think Matthew Stafford more-
Megatron.
That's what you sound like right now.
Top 5 receiver all time. All right. You ready for some Packers then?
Ready for a
Is
Packer.
Gute here?
I'll bring her in.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we got Goot back for take 2.
Gute, happy to have you back. I know it couldn't have been that much fun last week without me, but just like it won't be that fun this year without Aaron Rodgers. But
Hey, I already said it wasn't going to be a competitive year. You don't have to dog on me. Trust me, I know what's coming.
it went from MVP to Jordan Love.
Good.
It's
Trevor,
okay though. Y'all hated him. I remember last
Yeah.
time you were on the show, you were sick of that man. So you
Trevor-
got what you wished for.
What?
Yeah,
What?
it's exactly what I wanted. I wanted the haul, and I wanted the picks that we could get while he was still somewhat hot, and that's what we got. And I'm ready to start over. It's
Are
exactly
you
what I
happy
wanted.
for it? Are you happy with what you got?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
I just hated picking Sean Clifford in the 5th round. That made me want to vomit.
Oh, 5th round pick. Is that a cookie?
Sean Clifford's not the quarterback of the future in Green Bay.
No, definitely not. But having him as quarterback 2 is absolutely disgusting.
You don't believe in Penn State
What if he
quarterbacks?
outplays Jordan Love?
Well, then put him in. I really don't care.
Who's the other one? Who's their other quarterback after?
Oh, I don't even know who's after. I have no idea, actually.
Surprised
Now
they
that I
didn't
think about
bring, surprised they didn't bring a veteran in as a mentor.
it. I know. I just don't know who they would bring in because everybody's pretty.
Carson
down.
Wentz.
Oh, it's Danny Etling.
No,
Yeah.
Carson Wentz is an Arizona Cardinal.
Yeah, probably. Sadly,
Ew.
but Trevor, you missed it last week. Good had a comment. Probably been your favorite all time when we did
I
rapid
heard.
fire.
That's the only part of the episode that did say. I heard him.
Justin Herbert peaked in his rookie season. How does that make you feel?
Thanks. It makes me feel like I used to feel alone on this earth, to be honest. But not anymore, dude. Not anymore.
I'm so glad you're not a loner anymore.
Mhm.
Well, he's still a loner.
All right.
Someone agrees with him about Justin Herbert finally.
There we go.
Do you believe in Jordan Love?
Absolutely, that's my guy. I'm a quarterback. I gotta believe in him
You
until.
have
I mean,
to, it's him.
yeah, you literally have to. Like, it's not a. That's how it's supposed to go. You gotta believe in the guy that's throwing the ball for you.
The amount of outrageous comments I've seen from Packers players saying that Jordan Love is as good as Aaron Rodgers or is the best quarterback.
Players?
Yeah, Romeo Dobbs had one the other week, and I think I saw another one today. I forget who it was.
Jair.
Jair
Yeah.
Alexander.
I mean-
Hyped him up a little bit much.
Yeah, definitely a little much. I mean, I love the confidence they have in him, but if he comes out and he absolutely sucks, then that's going to be really funny. But I mean, that's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to lift him up. But I mean, I think there's an extent to where it becomes a little bit stupid, and I think they've reached that. I think they've already reached that.
Seriously, team spirit is a powerful drug, especially when you love football. When I was in high school, I went to this. I didn't even play at the school I went to. I had to play at a different school, so my school didn't have a football team. But I went there, and like we had some good players. We had a great coach, and like seriously, before our first game of the year, I thought we were going undefeated. Like I was hyped. We won one game all year, and we didn't even win. The other team just got disqualified because they had a 28-year-old. So.
That's Tenor Rock High School for you. Tenor Rock High School for you right there.
Yeah.
When's the last time they won a game at anything?
Monopoly,
Never.
bro. Monopoly. Yeah.
Were you happy with the draft this year? I know Lucas Van Ness kind of weird pick, draft a couple tight ends, receiver. What were your thoughts on the early picks?
Well, everybody was clowning us for not taking JSN. But I wasn't even surprised. I was like, there's zero chance that he's going to take a wide receiver in the first round. He's not going to do that. And if there was any position that he picked, I'm glad he picked Van Ness. Because, I mean, I made this point last week. When Gary got hurt, the pressure we were getting on the quarterback was absolutely non-existent. So I appreciate the pick. I would have loved JSN, but I get the pick. I understand it. But I think everybody would have lost their minds had we had picked JSN in the first round. But everything else was really good, except Sean Clifford. I will not speak of that anymore. But
if y'all would have drafted a wide receiver in the first round, Aaron Rodgers would have cursed y'all with some black magic.
I know he probably would have eaten some clay or something, and then
he would have gone on a spirit journey and cursed y'all from the third dimension.
I know, some kind of ritual or something, and we'd be cursed forever.
Now we would like to welcome onto the podcast Sean Clifford. How are we doing tonight, Sean?
You suck. Anyways, no, I would totally. I would be like, dude, you reek. No, I wouldn't. I would feel bad. But no, I like the draft. It was good. I was surprised we didn't take any offensive linemen. That's a little scary to me because usually we at least find a gem like later on. And we did not pick any. So I'm like, wow, they must be really comfortable with what we've got up front. I don't even think I mentioned this on the Lost episode.
Well, this is why we had you back for a second round, is because we get all the good bits that we got last time and more good bits.
And more good bits, yeah. So that's a more good bit.
Yes.
I'm a little worried about that. But I guess they're comfortable with what we've got. But I do like the double tight end thing that we did.
Didn't something weird happen with Van Ness on draft night?
Oh yeah, it's like his dad touched his girlfriend's butt on TV.
Oh no, that was him?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Hey, listen, man, the old man's got to get some too. That's all I gotta say.
What happens at Thanksgiving the next year?
I know. Do they ever speak of it, or do they just act like it never happened?
I guess I don't know.
I wonder if he high fives his son.
I would let him touch my girlfriend's butt. I don't care.
Wait, what?
I would not know what to
do. But I mean, honestly, it's a young offense, but they got a lot of talent in skill players. Trevor loves Christian Watson, Romeo Dobbs.
Oh, I love Christian Watson. He's oh my god. Oh no, I do. And he's way better than
that's not sarcasm. You actually like him?
No, I seriously love Christian Watson.
Yeah. Okay, I like that. Good. Good thing.
I think
especially those 4 games, he had 7 touchdowns. Oh my goodness, what a star!
Yeah,
I feel bad, bro. He got to play with Aaron Rodgers his first year, and now he's playing with a big question mark. But he's good. He's very talented.
He's young. He can handle a question mark or two if that's what it comes to. He'll be fine.
But I hopefully
he'll mature.
If Love sucks, then Watson's gonna suck because of that. And then I don't want people talking bad about Christian Watson like that.
Oh no. Well, anybody with a brain would not talk shit about him if they know the situation.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I do a weekly podcast with 2 people without one. So.
Dude, I have a hypothetical for you.
That he shows up for occasionally. He shows up for this weekly podcast occasionally.
Dude, sometimes I can't take it, bro.
And sometimes his washer breaks, so he has to go to his mom's house.
My mom.
Yeah, mom. All right, Goot. Hypothetical. Jordan Love sucks this year. Next
Yeah.
season, Kirk Cousins, Vikings don't bring him back. He's a Green Bay Packer. What are your thoughts on that?
What?
Kirk Cousins.
Dude, where did you pull that from?
I don't know, my brain.
Bro, you don't want to
makes me
go
want-
up there.
I don't know. That makes me want to die, to be honest.
Yeah, that sounds
I'm not going to
awful.
sugarcoat it. That actually makes me want to die.
If he had to take another quarterback next year, would you rather have a rookie or like they get a veteran somewhere?
Oh
I
my
don't know.
god, I'd rather just have a rookie and start over again. I don't want some dude that's aging and he's probably going to want money and I don't want to pay him money and he's not good enough to win a Super Bowl. So, no
You think-
thanks. I'm good.
You think they're a playoff team with a good quarterback?
Green Bay?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
I'd say
Packers?
so. I didn't know if you were asking about the Vikings if they had a better
no.
quarterback, or because Kirk Cousins is not it. But no, I think with a really good quarterback, we definitely are a playoff team. But it's such a question mark. I don't think it's fair to even put us in that conversation right now.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or Packers.
Is Jordan Love attractive? Because if he is, I feel like those jerseys would sell a lot.
Love.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, what about when Aaron Rodgers turned into a whole hippie and looked like he didn't shower for 6 months and people still bought his jersey?
That's true.
Sounds like something I would do. I don't know.
Listen,
I could see this team doing well. I can see them sucking, but like it's Pack. I can't even remember the last time the Packers sucked. It's been
I know that's
Who's
forever.
another quarterback?
well,
that
I mean,
has,
they went
like-
from who was before Favre? It was another pretty decent
God.
quarterback, right?
Like, how old do you think we are, bro?
I don't think any of us are born then. We're
No, you weren't probably.
I wasn't even thought of.
when did Favre start? Like early '90s or late '90s?
Let's see. I'm pulling it up right now.
I remember my uncle used to take me in the closet, and he had a bunch of Brett Favre posters in there. And that was
He
when I
used
was
to do
like 5.
He used
5 or
to, where
6.
did he take you? Hold on.
No, it wasn't weird. It wasn't
Don
weird. It was
Okay,
just
Majkowski.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's
Magic. Donald Magic Vincent Majkowski.
Interesting. I don't know. Hey, they've hit twice. Maybe they'll hit a third time.
He was
That'd
an
be-
NFL passing leader and a Pro Bowl in '98 and '89.
fine.
When is the last time a quarterback has been drafted in the first round and then had to like wait for years to play?
When they did that with Aaron Rodgers?
He
Yeah,
was a first round pick.
yeah.
Yeah.
He was taken in the early 20s.
Or even like someone that waited multiple years.
The last time that happened,
Because usually, like, people get their shot. Because I was calling Jordan, because I thought Rodgers was going to stay for a while. I was calling Jordan Love, like, the worst pick of all time. Because, like, why would you draft a quarterback in the first round and, like, never play him for at least 5 years?
that's a
But
good
he's
point,
finally
Trevor.
getting a shot. But
I'm trying to think like anyone that.
I'm trying to compare him to someone, but nobody comes to mind.
I mean, Zach Wilson's going to sit for the next 3 years, but
Yeah, but he already got his shot. Jordan Love has never got his shot.
Mahomes sat for a full year.
You know who else never got his shot? Aaron Rodgers.
That kind of was a weird thing.
You get it? The vaccine?
Sure.
No.
I actually can't think of one.
Golly, it's
I got you guys stumped.
A rarity.
Welcome to a day in my brain, bro.
does Christian Ponder count?
Well, maybe. Where did he play? Minnesota?
Yeah.
Bro, I hated that man in college, bro. He was like a Florida State Stetson Bennett, bro. He pissed me off. Bro, when Florida State is good, my life sucks. Seriously. When Florida State has a good football team, my life sucks.
Didn't Dak sit for a few years? But he was a 4th-round pick. Then he sit for like 2 years.
First round pick you bought.
Okay, here you go. Kyle Bowler.
Wow.
Kyle Bowler waited first 3 seasons behind Anthony Wright in Baltimore, and then got his first 16-game season in 2004. Where he went 9-7.
It's like a new thing that like they just don't. They want to throw them in right away, and they don't want to have them sit. I mean, who knows which one works?
That's how it is in college, too. You see a lot of people, like, their freshman year going crazy.
Did Lamar take over the end of year 1, or was that year 2?
2. No, he's got the starting job at the end of year Well, actually, I think it was year one.
Yeah, I think it was 28. He was drafted in 18. Yeah. No, it's funny. It's like hard to find any that sit for a year now.
Because like you spent a first round pick on him, like
Yeah.
let's see what he can do, bro. He just dominated college. If you just drafted him in
Well,
the
I
first
think
round,
so. This is my opinion on first round picks, and I want you guys to tell me if this is crazy.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. It is
If
crazy.
I draft someone in the first round, does that mean that I'm expecting them to make an immediate impact on my team?
No.
no, but are you expecting them to play?
See, that's the question. See, if I pick someone in the first round, I'm expecting them to play year one.
I'm expecting them to take at most
No.
like a year off. Like
It depends
maybe
on the
you don't
talent.
play year one, but year two you need to be ready to play, bro.
So you would do that with like a
Quarterback
wide
is
receiver. You
different.
draft first round, you're giving him a year off.
No, I'm saying the most I would give any player would be a year.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Like no matter what position you are or whatever. But like quarterback is the only thing that's different. So like maybe you could stretch it for like 2 years, but even then, bro, it's a first round pick.
I mean, like, what's that USC guy this year that got hurt at like
Oh, the lineman.
Yeah.
He like
Yeah,
tore his
remember
ACL. Yeah.
like he was supposed to be like I think second round pick, but because
Mhm.
he's gonna be out for the year, he fell to like 6th or 7th round.
Yeah.
Same thing with like Jalen Smith. Like, you know, he got hurt in the the Senior Bowl, you tear your ACL in the Senior Bowl.
Even Hendon Hooker would have been a first round pick.
Oh
Probably.
yeah, for sure.
He fell to 3rd round.
That's the thing. That's why I say like I would give but he wasn't a first round pick. You're right. Never mind.
I feel like there has been like a late first round pick, but anything in that like top 15 role, kind of open.
Even Tim Tebow got a shot. Tim Tebow got a shot before Jordan Love, bro.
Hey, maybe. Hey,
Hey, and
Wait
he won a
for it.
playoff game.
yeah,
He did.
maybe Jordan Love will be the next great Green Bay Packer. We don't know.
It's been a long time since they've had a bad quarterback. So for Green Bay's sake, I hope that doesn't happen.
I was thinking today, we really although they didn't win much, we really took for granted, bro. Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers is like a pairing. Like, when do you ever get like a top 3 quarterback and a top 3 wide receiver on the same team?
Actually, I cried the day that we traded Devontae Adams. I will go ahead and admit that I cried.
Well, yeah,
That
man,
makes
fantastic.
sense.
It's a shame they
I-
didn't win anything, but
I know that's another thing. He's such a gifted wide receiver, and I just loved watching him so much. And getting to see him in person against the Bears, he was just different. And that duo was something I'll probably never forget for sure.
Where'd you have him as a wide receiver heading in next year, like ranked wise? Top 3, top 1.
Unfortunately, I would have to put him probably at 3 or 2. I think probably Justin Jefferson and Tyreek Hill are probably in front of him. But I would argue him against Tyreek Hill, but I'm not sure I can argue him against Justin Jefferson right now.
Fair. I feel like Hill's such a different receiver compared to like Jefferson and Adams. It's like hard to compare them.
I know it's weird, but he puts up really good numbers, so it's a hard argument.
He's also great at assault. I don't know if you guys heard. He also got
Oh yeah, the guy on the boat.
something else tonight.
I got the report right here pulled up. If you wanna, we could read the full headline.
Yeah, go ahead.
Miami Dolphins star wide receiver Tyreek Hill allegedly slapped a boat employee on the back of the head this past weekend. The crew member does not want to press charges at this time. He must not be financially unstable. And I think I saw another video where like Tyreek Hill was on the boat and he's with his agent. The agent is like in the water, like wrestling a shark or something. And they're like, Tyreek Hill, get in. And he's like, nah.
I feel like
that's a crazy trip. They definitely had some Casamigos on that boat. I don't care what they
No,
are.
I saw that video. I saw it, and he was like, "Hell no, I'm not getting in there." And I was like, "He is me. I would never do that."
I feel like he's the guy that got hit is definitely going to realize like next week, oh crap, I could sue this guy for millions of dollars. Who is the guy, the cameraman that got like assaulted by the NFL player? Who was that this year?
That was Devontae Adams.
Yeah, Devontae. Like, this the guy like suing him for like.
Oh yeah,
Something
it was like
crazy.
months later, and he's like, "Oh wait, I'm actually going to sue you.
Yeah.
I forgot."
I feel like that's what's going to happen here.
Probably not.
Well, if
I mean,
this happened in the waters of Florida, you happened in the waters of Florida, you got 14 days to claim injury. So you better change your mind quick, buddy.
So
Don't go to
I've
him
finished
anymore.
my 2 Mick Ultras, which is my least favorite beer, and I'm having one of my mom's homemade ciders. So
Go Mama Zach.
Does she mail those to you, or do you go home and get them?
she delivers them to me personally.
Oh,
All right, Gute. Quick
W
rapid
mom.
fire Packers questions for you.
Yep.
Packers MVP, Packers most disappointing player, Packers most surprising player, and their best rookie this year.
And the best cheese to go on a cheeseburger.
That too.
Okay, so MVP this year. I'm gonna have to go Aaron Jones.
I knew she was going to say Aaron Jones.
Without a doubt. I really think he's going to have to carry our offense, and he's pretty good at doing that anyways, when he was given the opportunity. So I definitely think he's going to play a big role this year, and he's just a wonderful player. And I'm so glad he plays for Green Bay. He's so passionate. I want him to be in Green Bay forever. Okay, you said disappointing? Let's see. Disappointing. I'll probably have to go Darnell Savage, our safety. I don't see him getting any better. He has been so hit or miss the past 2 seasons, and it's hurt us so bad. And like I talked about the other night, our safety room is so thin, and so him probably playing mediocre is going to really hurt us. And I know that it's probably going to be disappointing to watch him, because it was very disappointing to watch him this past season.
Do you miss prime Tremont Williams?
Without a doubt. I miss Nick Collins is who I miss. Nick
Yeah.
Collins got hurt when I actually was at the game he got hurt at the Panthers game when we played the Panthers, and he actually got hurt. And after that, I was like, I don't know if we're ever going to have another safety as good as him. His career was cut way too short.
How hard is it to get tickets inside Lambeau? Do you have to buy resells or be on a waiting list? I heard the waiting list is 30 years long.
Yeah, that's for season tickets. That's for getting tickets for every home game, I think. But I don't know. Whenever we go up there, we just do this package deal thing that they sell, and it I don't know. You can pick where you want the tickets and whatnot. It's not that hard to get tickets.
Okay.
But season tickets, it's absolutely impossible to get that unless your great grandfather has been on the list for 85 years. Okay, next you said surprising?
Yes.
Okay. Surprising. Okay, this is gonna be probably an underrated response. But I'm gonna go with our wide receiver, Samori Toure. I think that's how you say his name. He's only played a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes, so he did not really get a lot of opportunities last year, but when he did, he actually did pretty well.
Okay.
And I know that now that our room is a little bit thin and we've got a bunch of young guys, he's probably going to get a lot of opportunities. I read some things where they said he's really bulked up and he's put on a lot of muscle because he looked really small last year.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think he's going to surprise some people because he caught a touchdown against the Bills last year and it was pretty good. So I think I'm gonna say him. There's a lot of people I could say, but I've heard a lot of things about him, so I'm gonna say him.
Okay.
And then you said cheese on the burger.
Yeah, cheese on a burger.
Yeah.
Cheese on the burger. Probably underrated. Another underrated response, but I'm gonna go Munster cheese. I love Munster cheese.
I don't think I've ever had that. I
Really
would've said
interesting.
free.
I was gonna
Yes.
say pepper
Free?
jack or something like that.
Oh.
I do love pepper jack too, but Munster cheese is so good.
Pepper
American-
jack on a burger is so underrated.
American exists. We live in America. We eat
Oh,
American.
I'm sorry. We do live in America. Let me put American cheese on my burger.
I like
No
that.
way,
No,
bro.
bro, no, come on,
No.
so basic.
No.
No,
That's
I know the
American-
pepper
Europeans
jack
are
cheese
weird.
on a
They got
burger
weird things,
absolutely
bro.
slaps.
We're not in Sweden. This ain't Pepper Jack Lane
Yo, where's provolone from? France?
or Bologna.
Seriously, wherever that's
It's from
I love it.
Italy. Italy.
Oh, respect to Italians. Then.
I don't
Actually, I hate
discriminate.
Italians.
By the
They're all
way,
Yankees
shout out to
fans.
Ireland. We haven't done that in a while.
I do not
All right.
discriminate against any cheese. I'm lactose intolerant, but I will eat cheese every day.
I
until
love
die.
cheese.
discriminate
I'm
against
so glad I'm not
cheese.
lactose intolerant. some other people.
I am. It's just undiagnosed. I had like
Yeah.
this much macaroni and cheese today. I was on the toilet for like 3 hours.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes.
What?
Yeah, why don't you have like a lactate or something? That'd get rid of it, or so I've heard.
If I lactate, it'll get rid of it?
No, a lactate.
Oh my god.
Which is a pill you take in order for you not to have diarrhea from eating dairy if you're lactose intolerant.
Dude, I don't mind it. It's part of life. I just,
if you lactate in your uncle's closet, it'll go away.
Next to all the Brett Favre posters.
Yep, that's where it has to happen. It'll go away.
All right, final record predictions for the Packers, and then why don't you give us your projected standings for the division also?
Okay. So since we have just a ginormous question mark at QB, I'm going to set the bar somewhat low. And
don't put yourself under the Bears, Gute.
I have us tied with them at 8 and 9.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have the Vikings at 9 and 8, and I have the Lions at 10 and 7.
Okay.
I think, I don't know. I said last week, even though it was deleted, I really think it's going to be close regardless. I think our division is actual crap. I don't think anybody is really like a Super Bowl contender. I think the Lions are good, but I don't know about Super Bowl contender good. Yeah. I don't know. I think we just have to see everybody and see how everybody's, shaping out. Mm-hmm. Like the Bears basically have been in a rebuild, and so they added a bunch of pieces. I don't know how that's going to flow. The Vikings lost pretty much all their defense, but their offense is still very good, so I know that they're going to probably score a lot of points. The Lions are probably the best team overall, just like balance between offense and defense, I think. And then we are supposed to have a really good defense on paper, but that never translates because we have a shit defensive coordinator. He's horrible. And so I don't know what to expect. I know that I am tired of spending these first round picks on defense and our defense looking like shit. That's what I'm tired of. But yeah, I think it'll be close regardless, but I'm gonna put us at 8 wins. I think we can get to 10 if things go well, but I think 8 and 9 is a good prediction for us.
Okay.
I'm gonna put the Packers.
If y'all go 8 and 9, you think like it'll be cool with giving Jordan Love another year? Or?
Well, that's the beauty of what our general manager just did. He just signed him to a 1-year deal. So I think, I don't know. I think if
his rookie contract ran up.
I don't know if it ran up. I think they did something weird, and I don't know what they did, to be honest. I just know that he is on a 1-year deal now, and
so a big prove-it year for him.
Yeah, it's a really big prove-it year. I think if he is, even in the slightest, not looking like the guy, that you got to move on.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any room for that anymore.
Well, especially because Packers fans are used to having like a guy at quarterback. You know
I know.
Solidarity.
Yeah, I know.
Wait.
So I know our fans are gonna lose their crap.
Here's the real question.
Okay.
Sure. Brett Favre obviously turned into a bit of a weird guy. He had some weird issues by the end of his career.
He did? What?
He's done some stuff.
Like what? Wrangler commercials? What?
Like cheating, like stealing money from people, all that.
Yeah.
That's
all that.
Really good stuff to steal money like that.
Aaron Rodgers obviously has gone a little crazy.
Hey, okay, Zach.
You see that? That's cool, right? I stacked them.
That's pretty cool. Do we think Jordan Love could go that weird one day if he continues it up and eventually be a New York Jet?
If he's good, I don't give a shit if he's weird. Do what you want. Do what you want, dude.
Oh, we're all doing it now? Let's go.
And eventually we'll just ship you off is what we're going to do. Probably. I don't know what it is. We just have a thing with the Jets. It just lines up perfectly. But I do not give a crap what he does. If he is good, you can be weird all you want. Do what you want.
My microphone. I actually don't think that Aaron Rodgers was that weird. Or is that weird?
Yeah, he's literally you. So
he did a darkness retreat. He did a darkness retreat for like 4 days.
That's a normal thing that people do. I don't know why would that be weird.
He lived
That's
like
just
a
the
hobbit.
cherry on top for everything, though, because like
You s-
last year he said he did like a cleanse where he drank something and it made him literally crap his brains out and then vomit for 4 days straight. And he was like, I just feel so much more pure. And I was like, what
You
are
never
you
done that
talking
before?
about? No, and I don't want to do that.
Oh,
You
well,
guys
I
see
have, and let me tell you, it
see the
does
little
make
hut
you
you did?
feel
Hell of
very
a weight loss
cleansed.
program too, by the way.
Yeah,
He
great
lived
weight
in a
loss
black
program.
hole. He just sat in darkness. How do you even do that?
Harry, have you
Bro,
ever
it
done
takes
that?
incredible mental acuity to be able to pull off something like that, and it's clearly something that we're not prepared for.
I guess so. All right. Final record predictions. Zach, me, Trevor. I'm saying 9-8 for the Packers.
What did I give the Bears? 5 wins?
Yeah, you gave him 5.
5 wins.
Goot, close your ears. Are they closed?
They're absolutely close.
How did you? Okay, 7 wins for the Green Bay Packers. 7-10.
That's okay. That's
I
totally
was
fair.
right there with you. I gave the Bears 6 wins. I think I had them going 6-11, but I am going 7-10 for the Packers, just because we don't know about Jordan Love.
That's fair.
No, yeah, I mean that's all fair. I mean, trust me.
Watch him
Right.
snap, bro.
All right, Goot. Thanks for coming on for the second straight week.
We
you wanna
really
like
greatly appreciate it.
where you can find you. Any last?
Hopefully Zach is recording this time.
Let me check.
Hopefully.
Oh, God damn it. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god, I was literally about to be like, dude. Okay, yeah, find me on Twitter at Packers_season SZN3. I said this last week, but I'll say it again, I guess. I'm probably going to change my name from, I guess, Gute to my name, which is just Aaron. ERIN. So I'm probably going to
Aaron?
Trevor's had some luck with Aaron's in his life.
Shut up, dude. What are you talking
Dude.
about?
You need to relax.
Had to.
What are we
You
doing?
need to
bro?
relax, Carrie. Bro, that is so unnecessary.
What are we doing?
Sorry, you go.
No, that's all I had. That's all I had, but I appreciate you guys having me on again.
Yeah,
Wait,
absolutely.
The Packers season 3, or could that be changed as well?
I'm just going to leave that.
Packers season 3 RIN, because then
Season
it's
3.
Aaron.
There we go.
Oh my god, wow, there
What?
you go. Okay. What?
Zach, you need to get drunk every night, man.
That's the life. Good luck to you in the Packers, Goot. I'm sure we'll see you sometime this season.
Definitely. Thanks,
All right,
guys.
Alrighty,
thanks for
see
being
ya.
you.
See ya, Aaron.
See ya. And called her by government on her way out. See ya, Aaron.
All right, Trevor, I know you love this beer. I'm drinking a Fat Tire.
Carrie, I don't think I've ever had that.
Never had a
It's a
fat
fat-
tire?
Remember a
Oh, I
fat-
think I have at a draft. Wasn't that good.
All right. We have 2 options here. We can finish with the Vikings or do rapid fire and give Craig 10 more minutes to show up.
Let's do rapid fire and give him 10 more minutes. I'm going to run and get another beer real quick, though.
You do that.
It gives him
We
more
did rap-
time. It gives him more
We did,
time.
we did rapid fire for 2 whole weeks last week. I don't feel like doing 2 whole weeks. Maybe we'll do I don't feel like doing 3 weeks now, so maybe we'll do 2 weeks. Let's start it off, Trevor. Just
You know
so
he's not showing up, right?
I believe in Craig Williams.
I don't, bro. It's not happening.
It was Zach's fault last week. We lost him.
Bro, I was supposed to be here 57 minutes ago, bro. He's not coming.
We learned a lot. We tried. Trevor, let's start it out. Name a random safety. I'm gonna say
Josh Evans. Josh Evans.
Eric Harris. Ugh. Start one, bench one, cut one. Devontae Adams, Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill. I know you didn't want to do this on Twitter. I'm going Jefferson, Hill, Adams, but they're the 3 best in the game.
Do they all have the same quarterback or with their respective quarterbacks?
All the same quarterback.
Woo! Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson.
You're going to hate me, but honestly, Kirk Cousins, Tua, and a healthy Jimmy are all pretty similar.
I think Kirk Cousins will put up better stats than both of them, though.
Probably.
Sorry,
All right,
what'd you
Zach.
say?
Zach, start one, bench one, cut one. Devontae, Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill.
Especially without Dalvin Cook.
Devontae, Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
I'm going to go You said start bench cut?
Yeah.
Golly. I hate to do this. I really do. But I'm going to cut Devontae, bench Tyreek, start Justin Jefferson.
That cooks again.
Oh, cutting Devontae Adams?
Well, see, here's the thing. Okay?
Wait, Gary said if they all have the same quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still doing the same thing.
Whoa!
I remember that different, honestly.
Well, so here's what I'm thinking. If I bench Tyreek Hill, I can create packages specifically to get him the ball in open space.
He's on Madden right now.
And then if I keep Justin Jefferson, I think is just a little bit more athletic than Devontae Adams, and so he has got the edge there as well. So
sure, dude. Sorry, this is rapid fire.
Sorry. Do you want me to get stupid answers? Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, and there you go.
Describe Gardner Minshew in one word.
Ass.
My hero, Trevor. Fuck you for that. that was mean. That's our hero right here. If it's not the Lions, it's Jared Goff. Me and Zach will agree on. Not Gardner Minshew.
Can I put hyphens?
Yes.
Soon to be starter.
That'd be great, man.
I'd love that.
All right, true or false? Bengals versus Chiefs is the biggest current rivalry in the NFL.
Like actual rivalry?
Current rivalry.
That false.
Then who is it? I like
even
Bengals.
though these teams aren't that good, I'm still saying like someone from like the AFC North or something like that.
Those are good.
It's like whoever the Steelers are playing from the North.
Yeah. Basically.
I'll say true. I'll say true currently.
Well, I mean, there's no rivalry there.
But to be honest, for this to be like, this would have been such an easy yes if the Chiefs would have bounced them, or if the Bengals would have bounced them last year. After calling it Burrowhead, and they almost did too. But
honestly, do you know what's becoming a good rivalry? Is Dolphins and Bills, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Chargers,
That's a great rivalry. Dolphins, Bills, they hate each other.
Dolphins need to beat them in the playoffs, though, or get further than them in the playoffs.
True. All right, who's your favorite New York Giants player of all time?
Bro, I don't even think I have one.
Plaxico Burress.
Lawrence Taylor. White Plaxico.
He's great at accuracy.
Wait, did David Webb play for them? Yeah, right?
Davis Webb?
The guy that was like, he heard the coach talking in the helmet and he thought it was God telling him what play to run. You know how high that man must have been?
What?
I've never heard that before. That's great.
Like, spider through wide banana, and he's like, God? He's like, no, bro. It's 2020. Like, there's
God?
That's nuts. I feel like you made that up, honestly.
No, seriously, you could look it up.
All right. True or false? These are the top 4 wide receivers of all time. Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, Calvin Johnson, T.O.
Calvin Johnson? Calvin Johnson?
Calvin Johnson, bro. Larry Fitzgerald does not belong there.
Whoa. First off.
Neither does any of these stupid-ass white guys from the 1960s that everybody in the comments wants to bring up.
Dude, that one guy, what did he say? He was like, dude, where's Fred Malarkey? I was like, bro, shut up.
I'm gonna say false. I'm gonna say false only because I don't have a full list in front of me.
Does Megatron have the numbers to back up being in the top 5?
If there's not a picture of you in color, you should not be a top 4 wide receiver all time.
Okay, first off, that's just racist.
Yeah, that didn't sound good. I know you meant it well, but that sounded terrible.
Do you think Marvin Harrison is in that conversation or no?
No.
I think we know who Kerry's voting for.
All right, who's the most mobile quarterback, the best mobile quarterback of all time?
Lamar Jackson, the MVP, bro.
Tarkenton.
How many running quarterbacks win MVP, bro?
Steve Young's the only one to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's true.
He's a running quarterback?
Yeah, he's a mobile quarterback, for sure.
All right. I'll allow it.
Like, Vic's a better runner than Steve Young, but overall, is like, if you're counting him as a mobile quarterback, Steve Young's better.
Fair.
All right, who's the most overrated quarterback in the NFL right now, and why is it not Justin Herbert, Trevor?
Nah, honestly, I gotta say it's Justin Herbert, but It's just because, like, I don't even think he's bad, bro. I just don't think he's – I don't think he's ever done anything that people should think he's going to be or is elite. And that word is attached to him.
I'm going to go.
I'm taking Justin Fields.
Yeah, I'm taking Fields as well right now.
That's too much hype. Yeah, he's way too overhyped heading into this season.
Yeah.
The amount of times, like, the NFL QB Index from NFL.com had him in the top 10 last year, it's like, there's no reason. He's won, like, 4 games in his life. All right, if you could add one former player from your favorite team to the current roster, who would you take? Obviously, Patriots fan, I'm taking Brady all day long. All damn day.
My team, the
To
Bucs.
the current roster.
What do you need on the Jags, Zach?
Oh, God. I wouldn't go offense, I don't think.
Is this a personal thing or like a fan thing?
Fan thing?
All right. Wait, for the fans or for me? Who are we trying to please here?
You're trying to get the best team possible for your Bucks. I mean, the Bucks suck.
But, okay, then I would pick Brady. But if it was just,
yeah, obviously take Brady.
but if you brought Cadillac Williams back, I would buy a jersey. Seriously.
God, it's tough with Jacksonville.
I think
Honest-
MGD.
I'm
think
thinking.
MJD.
I was thinking either him or Calais Campbell.
JD.
Like
Well, I see
prime
Colin. Yeah.
Calais Campbell as a defensive lineman.
I like that. All right, where do you rank Peyton Manning among quarterbacks all time? I have him at 3.
I have him at Peyton Manning. He's 2 or 3.
Sure. Where do you have Peyton Manning as you knock over
All
your
time, bro. I don't really care about sports before like 95, but Peyton Manning was after then, so I don't know, bro. I don't know. Lower than Brady.
Great answer.
Higher
Zach?
than Justin Herbert.
Yeah. All right, who's the best wide receiver here? Olav, Pickens, Watson, Wilson, London. All the second-year boys.
Olav, Pickens, London. What?
Wilson, Watson.
It's got to be Garrett Wilson. I didn't even hear you say him the first time.
I'm taking Olav.
Over
I'm
Garrett
probably
Wilson?
taking Pickens. I know he's a little overhyped, but I like his physicality.
Pickens, what are you, Pickensburg on Twitter?
No, I like his
Fuck that
physicality.
guy, bro.
I like his
He's
physicality.
the 4th best receiver there.
Huh?
He's the 4th best receiver there. Maybe
Okay.
Well, all
5th.
we've seen is 1 year, so we'll see. I love Christian Watson. No,
He does. True or false?
he
Joe
wasn't number
Burrow-
9. I'd buy a jersey, bro.
True or false? Joe Burrow is the 2nd best quarterback in the NFL.
False.
False. Allen's better.
Facts.
Allen's a better football player. Joe Burrow's a better quarterback.
False.
What team has the best cornerback wide receiver duo in the NFL right now? Got like the Dolphins, Hill and Ramsey. Jets got Wilson and Sauce. Eagles got A.J. Brown, Darius Slade. The Bills got
Darius Slay?
White and Diggs. Yeah, Darius Slade and A.J. Brown.
Did you say
Eagles.
corner or quarterback?
Corner.
Oh, all right.
Wide receiver cornerback duo?
I think
Jalen Ramsey, Tyreek Hill.
I think the Jets will be in by the end of next year, but I'm going to say Dolphins right now.
Honestly,
Eagles got a good one, though.
Eagles
I'm going to
good.
go Eagles.
It's a good one.
I don't think Jalen Ramsey's all that anymore.
Yeah, that's true. But Tyreek's the best receiver there easily.
Do you play Slay?
Probably, yeah.
All right, would you rather have Lamar or the current quarterback for your favorite team?
Current
Easily
quarterback.
Lamar.
The way Trevor looked at the camera. Lamar.
All right, let's do a few more, then go to the Vikings. All right, who's the best pass rushing duo in the NFL right now? We got like the Browns, Cowboys, Chargers, Steelers. I'm going Steelers.
I'm going Jags.
Shut up. Watt Highsmith.
Bro, Josh Allen is the best Josh Allen in football right now. Come on.
Okay, who's the other one?
Trayvon Walker.
Yeah, that's every time I hear Trayvon Walker, I think of Trayvon Martin.
Bro, Kerry,
You
right
can't
when you said-
say that, bro.
right
Come
when you
on.
said every time I hear, I was like, man, I wish I could kick him out right now because I just knew it, man.
It had happened.
There was not enough time. He
Oh
was
my
talking too
God,
fast.
you
If
can't
we had a mute
say
button,
that.
like a spacebar, I would have hit it, bro.
Rest in peace, man. Sorry, George Zimmerman was.
I'm gonna
racist.
bleep that. I'm gonna go into the episode and bleep
You gotta bleep
episode
Trevor
and
3 times for
bleep
his
that.
Holocaust. You gotta bleep Trevor for his Holocaust one. All right, is Sam Howell the worst starting quarterback in the NFL? Let's do 5 more, then move on.
Did Trevor Lawrence die? I'm just kidding.
Bro, we are. Oh my God, I'm about to drive down to Florida and beat your ass.
Whoever starts the Bucks is worse.
Baker Mayfield?
No, Sam Howell's worse than Baker Mayfield. Come
I gotta
on
pee.
now.
I'll be right back.
All right, name a player that peaked as a rookie this couple last week.
Justin Herbert.
Peaked as a rookie?
Peaked as a rookie.
Um.
I'm gonna say Kareem Hunt. Also RG3.
Yeah, RG3 is a really good one.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go RG3 as well.
Teddy Bridgewater. Describe Calvin Johnson in one word, Zach.
Physical.
Beast. All right. Let's do a couple more. Once Trevor comes back, we'll move on to Vikings. True or false? These are the top 4 running backs in the NFL right now: Derrick Henry, Nick Chubb, Christian McCaffrey, Josh Jacobs. I think last week
You said Henry, Chubb, Jacobs,
McCaffrey.
and McCaffrey. Yeah, I agree with that.
Last week you said false, and you said Barkley.
No, that was Gute.
That was close.
That was Gute last week.
Who's your favorite Eagles player of all time, Zach?
My favorite Eagles
What?
player?
Mine is Riley Cooper because he's a great guy.
Okay, I need you to stop. Please stop.
No, he's not.
Carrie.
Not a fan.
Please stop.
Donovan McNabb.
Golly, my favorite Eagles player of all time? That's tough. Brian Dawkins.
That's a good one.
He's a great
one as
safety.
your-
Or
pick one
Brian
as your-
Westbrook, one of the two. It's Brian's.
Pick one as your QB2. Minshew, Winston, Dalton, Brissett.
Actually, Shady was good too in Philly.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, go ahead, Kerry.
LaShawn McCoy in the snow, Zach.
Pick one as your QB2. Minshew, Winston, Dalton, Brissett.
Winston. Kerry gonna pick Andy Dalton.
Taking, yeah, he knows me.
I'm taking Brissett.
Taking Minshew.
He's more
second.
consistent than all those guys.
All right, last one I'll do. Trevor would love this one because we watched this game a couple weeks ago. Who's the better quarterback, Tony Romo or Donovan McNabb?
Donovan
easily-
McNabb's a better quarterback.
Easily Donovan McNabb.
I'll say McNabb only because like Tony Romo peaked a lot higher, and when he was hotter, he was better. But McNabb just like played his game like in big games. Tony
Yeah.
Romo shit his pants every time.
Yep.
All right, Zach.
Even as a backup. dropping extra point snaps.
Zach, me and Trevor were together, and he's like, let's watch a Cowboys-Eagles game from 2008. It's going to be a great game. Romo versus McNabb. He's like, this is one of the best games. I remember it. It ended up being like 40-3, and we sat through 2 hours and watched this game.
Well, and then we watched like a Magic Lakers finals game from like 2009. It was great. A Rays game from like 2005.
Elijah, dude.
Dang, I
All
miss
right.
you guys. We should hang out more.
Jameer
Come down,
Nelson.
Zach. Come to Florida, dude.
No, you guys
White
should come
House.
up here. I come down there all the time to visit you guys. You guys never come up here to visit me.
I mean, your family is down here, so that makes sense.
Georgia's cool though. See some mountains.
Yeah? All right. Craig, Zach.
What's your
Kilby,
address, Zach?
Let's show up tonight.
My address is my social security number.
99943. All right. Unfortunately, Zach killed Craig last week, so I don't think he'll be showing up tonight.
Well,
Let's finish
I'm gonna still put Craig's name in the description because he was nice enough to come on the first time. Make sure you go follow him. He works with the Vikings and does some media stuff for them. So I want to shout out to him. It's my fault that it's my computer's fault. Not my fault directly, but it is my computer's fault that we weren't able to get his segment on this week. But we're gonna go ahead and talk about the Vikings. Starting with Kerry, the Vikings obviously one of the worst defenses in the NFL last year. They did lose guys. Kerry, you said earlier on in the program that, it's not as big of a downgrade because they got younger. What do you think the Vikings look like this coming year?
Yeah. I think their secondary could be better because it's younger. They don't have 45-year-old Patrick Peterson running out there. But I know Craig mentioned this when we recorded last week. There is not much of a pass rush. I mean, Danielle Hunter.
You remember, I should have said him for somebody that peaked as a rookie.
Yeah. He struggled to stay healthy.
And he took the COVID year off. He was healthy and he didn't play.
No, let's ask Trevor this. I'm going to give you the depth chart for the Vikings front seven. How many of these guys do you know their names?
Darius Smith.
Dean Lowry.
Yes, he's white.
Kyrus Tonga.
No, he's definitely not white, though. But I don't know him.
Harrison Phillips.
No.
Danielle Hunter.
I know him.
Oh, God.
Brian Asamoah II.
No, but that guy's probably not either.
Jordan Hicks.
Nope.
And Marcus Davenport.
I know who Jordan Hicks is.
Oh, I know who Marcus Davenport is. So what is that, 3 for 6, 3 for 7?
Does that a front seven that scares anyone?
No, and also Marcus Davenport, the only reason I know that is because I knew that name in 2015, so he's getting pretty old. Marcus Davenport, bro. He was a Cowboy, right?
I have no idea. I don't know that name. So, obviously, defense a big weak point. In a division where, look at the other teams around them. Chicago added weapons on offense. Detroit added weapons and upgraded on offense. The Packers are kind of a big question mark, but they have a pretty decent defense. Trevor, what do you think this really weak front seven is going to be able to do against teams in this division who seem to be upgrading their offenses, where this defense has significantly downgraded or not improved?
Well, every team in this division is going to throw the ball a lot. Maybe the Packers are a little more balanced if Jordan Love is not comfortable throwing the ball down the field. And if, Kirk Cousins is going to throw the ball 40 times a game. Mm-hmm. Jared Goff is going to throw the ball 35 times a game. Mm-hmm. And if you don't pressure him, bro, that's where Kirk Cousins thrives. That's where Jared Goff, those receivers are going to get open. It's just, last year I was really excited to pick this team to win the division, and I was blessed to be right. But this year I picked them to win the division, and I am not, I'm not as happy about it as I was last year.
Zach was saying this earlier, but, this was a lucky-ass team last year. This was, a couple plays away from being,
I remember that. They won all their close games for, the first 5 or 6 times.
Plays away from being a 7-10 team.
Mm-hmm.
They were not that good. They just
the Lions should win this division. I just don't trust the Lions, bro.
Did you guys do you think they should have moved on from Dalvin Cook or should have kept them?
I don't think it really matters. They probably should have kept him, but...
Yeah, I agree.
Madison has played well, but can he do it for a full season? I'd take Madison in fantasy, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He'd be a good fit, but I don't know.
It just seems like they're coming into this year with a lot less hype than they did last year. I think I also picked them to win the division. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to go back to last year's episode. We did this. But I think I also either picked them to win or picked them to finish second in the division. They ended up winning, obviously, 13-4, correct? Last year?
The Vikings won 13 games?
I don't think so. Somewhere up.
I thought it was 13.
Damn.
But
how much did the Eagles win?
I don't think they won 13 last year.
They 13-4, yeah, 13-4.
Oh,
for real?
Yeah, they won 13 games last year.
That is crazy. Well, that is true because all those one-score games, they were 7-0 in them or something.
Yeah.
But the one thing, I know I mentioned this in our last week episode, with Madison not ever being a full-time running back I think there's a lot of veteran running backs out there, whether it's Fournette, Zeke, whoever it is. I would add one of them because,
yeah, just I'd probably add the cheaper of the two options, which would definitely be Fournette. There's as a pound it guy, you know what I mean?
there's like 3 or 4 veteran running backs out there that could easily come in and be a solid RB2.
Yeah.
But like, here, let's try the Trevor test. Trevor, have you heard of any of their running backs besides Madison? They include Ty Chandler.
I know who that is.
Dwayne McBride.
No idea.
Nope.
And Kene Nwangu.
Oh, I love that guy. And Nwangwu, baby. Let's go. He's fast. He's really fast.
I don't know.
Kenny
But like,
Nwangwu? Bro, man's a
I've seen a lot on Twitter the last few weeks about like the Vikings kind of tanking this year, kind of their last effort, and then Cousins will be gone next year. It doesn't seem like they want to bring him back year after. Maybe they're tanking for quarterback next year.
Well,
We'll get
36-year-old quarterback, they're going to lose Justin Jefferson, bro.
We'll get rid of Harrison Smith, kind of just build a young team. But like, I think Kirk's done. I think this is the last season in Minnesota.
I probably agree with that. I mean, he's 34. He's getting to the back end of his career now. It'll be interesting to see if they do decide to move on from Kirk Cousins, where he ends up, because I imagine he'll still get a contract somewhere.
He's gonna be a Niner.
You think he's gonna be a Niner?
Shanahan loves him. He would be a great fit for the.
Shanahan loves him.
Yeah, he had him in Washington. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Tried to get him a couple of years ago, but like, I think with this current Niners team right now, if you put Kirk Cousins on that roster, is that not a Super Bowl contender?
It's probably a contender. Honestly,
they were a Super Bowl contender with Brock Purdy. With Kirk Cousins, they're not.
By the way, I'm just gonna say this: Brock Purdy, if he gets a starting job, is gonna have a really rough season. I know we're not talking about the NFC West, but
No.
I'm not a believer. It's a nice Cinderella story.
We'll see, Zach.
It's a nice Cinderella story.
Get
But
Sam
he was
Darnold
Mr.
the ball.
Irrelevant for a reason.
Trevor's,
Sam
is
Sam
Justin
Darnold the ball.
Jefferson, is Justin Jefferson the best wide receiver in the NFL, Trevor?
Who
Or
is? Devontae
Devontae.
still? Yeah.
I'll say it.
Okay.
Is he better than Chase now? Would you admit that?
I'll say he's one spot above Jamar Chase right now.
At least you've admitted that. Your hate against Justin will finally get that.
I got him at 4, though, bro.
Wait, who do you have over him?
I told you
Steph.
today, number 3.
He's
Cooper
got
Kupp.
Steph and Hill above him.
No, not Stephon Diggs. I got Stephon Diggs at like
He's Cup, Hill, and Adams.
6. Yeah.
Of course you picked the white guy.
Yep.
Classic Trev Scott right there. But I don't know, it should be an interesting year for the Vikings. I could see them being a decent team, but I could see them sucking.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely possible. I think their offense is still very good, but I mean, that defense is just...
I think we all agree, though. I don't think any of us see this team winning more than like 11 games.
No. I mean, they're definitely not going to be as successful as they were last year.
All right, final record prediction for the Vikings.
I have them going 10-7.
I'm gonna say 9-8.
11-6.
Wow.
Interesting.
Just because Kerry said none of us can see them winning 11 games.
He said
So-
more than 11 games, but okay.
Well, still 11-6.
All right, as we wrap up the NFC North, let's give our final 1 through 4 of the standings, and then our MVP for the division before we wrap it up.
Alrighty, so my final standings, I have the Bears in last. I have them finishing 6-11. I have the Packers finishing 7-10. I have the Vikings finishing at a nice 10-7. And I have the Lions finishing at an 11-6 record, taking the division.
I had the Lions finishing at, I think, 11-6. I don't remember, but they're first. I'll take the Vikings second at 9-8, Packers third at 9-8, and the Bears last at 5-12. MVP for the division, Justin Jefferson. I think he can make it. I'm
going to agree with you on the MVP for the division. It's probably going to be JJ.
Trevor?
First place in the division, 11 wins. Minnesota Vikings. Yeah, this shouldn't be too hard to figure out. There's not a lot of guys that have this MVP caliber, but it's obviously Justin Jefferson. Number 2, Detroit Lions. I don't know if I want to give them 9 wins or 10 wins.
9? No, I think surprising.
I'll give them 9. I'll give the Packers 7. I'll give the Bears 5. But I'm not gonna lie, I would watch all these teams play. Like none of these teams, I'm not.
I mean, it's gonna be definitely. This is gonna be an interesting division to watch for sure.
The Bears are gonna lose my attention the first. Like I'm gonna stop caring about the Bears by like week 6, but the rest of them, I'll be interested in them for a while. It's an interesting division.
For sure.
All right. That's it.
Alrighty. Anything you guys want to plug before we head out?
Yeah, man. I meant to do that at the beginning, but I had too many twisted teas too fast. But if you haven't already, make sure to follow us on Twitter at Beerly Football and at Beerly Sports. I'm at Beerly Trev Scott. If you ever want to chop it up with me personally, I love talking all the sports except baseball. I can just talk about the Rays, but anything else you want to talk about, let's do it. Oh, and make sure to check out our hockey wing as well, putting out some podcasts. They just got into their off-season content and talking about some off-season moves, why Canada is pissed off at the NHL. A lot of fun stuff on there.
Canada just
they do, bro. Apparently, no Canadian team, which is crazy because it's hockey, has won a NHL Stanley Cup in the last like 30 years or something, which is crazy. But make sure to check them out. They're the Beerly Hockey Podcast everywhere you can find podcasts, and at Beerly Hockey on Twitter. But I'm really looking forward to some of our upcoming shows, especially if we can get Gab Gowdy's fine ass on here. But
okay.
Fantasy football will be fun. But yeah, man, we'll see you guys like next week, 2 weeks from now.
Next week, I think will be weekly. We'll be weekly soon. I'm not sure exactly the day, but in the next couple weeks we'll be back to weekly. Follow me on Twitter at Beerly Carey for all your Mac Jones hatred. Follow us on YouTube at Beerly Sports if you want to see our beautiful faces and Trevor chug some beers or twisted teas while we go along. And check out our new Instagram at Beerly Football. All our football content will be on there as well. Zachy boy. Oh, and thank you to our guests, Gute and Craig Skoll, even though he couldn't make it tonight but made it originally.
Yeah. Real quick shout out again to both the guests. Greg obviously couldn't make it tonight, but he was a great guest while he was here. Unfortunately, recording was lost. And obviously, Gute's been on here several times. We really appreciate her coming on every single time. I guess we'll start calling her Aaron because she's thinking about changing her name to Aaron. Aaron, thanks for coming on the show. And real quick sneak peek of things that may be happening in the near future. May have another podcast coming out soon. Details coming later. And then also, we maybe, it kind of depends on Carrie and Trevor's behavior, but we maybe start streaming live the Beerly Football podcast and then posting later on podcast platforms. But
you actually have to be recording to do that.
Well, you know what? Carrie, no, you don't have to be recording. You just have to go live. So, shut up. But I'm Beerly Zach. You can follow me on Twitter if you want to find out things before they happen. You know, they call me Zach Stradamus for a reason. I literally don't lose any bets with these guys because they're actual clowns.
Look at that.
That's an amazing can, Carrie. I'm very jealous. I feel like I have a very good can collection, and that makes me jealous. So
That's nice.
I'm probably going to put my finger in it and get stuck in it again.
Please don't. Carrie's going to bleed out while he's moving houses.
Wait, do you want to see the picture of my kitchen?
Sure.
Your kitten?
Yeah. Before we close that show, let's look at
I'm gonna
a crime scene.
I'm not looking at that again.
This was after I cleaned it up, but
oh my god!
there we go.
Jeez. Okay, so Carrie murdered someone in his apartment. So FBI, you know where he is. This is the guy. But thank you guys for watching this week's episode of the Beerly Football Podcast, and we will see you guys next time.